Welcome back to Yoga Express, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. Today's episode has been made possible because of some amazing participants who were here, many of whom were here yesterday as well, and most of them they're all back today. Yesterday we had one additional guest. Today we have our the four of us here on the mat are bringing that energy back to share with you. We also have a special guest back with us, Mona Chopra, to my immediate right. Mona, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you a break from the cameras for just a second. Would you like a cup of water? You okay?
Sure.
Well, feel free. Yes, go and get yourself some water. While Mona is going to go get herself a cup of water, and that's how relaxed we are on this show. It's a very open show. It's a very open program. You can just walk into our studios anytime. Yoga Express airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35 at 1:30 in the afternoons. If you come and stretch with us, I will share with you a copy of my third title, Yoga Secrets, which has 2 + 8 ailment-specific cards that I mentioned. What we do is we simply workshop 48 simple, low-impact stretches that target different regions of the body depending on the ailment that you want to address. So, for instance, knee benders. When you bend and unbend your knees, for example, you help increase the flow of synovial fluid. That hopefully over a period of time will help stop any raspy feeling in the knees, because as we grow old, the synovial fluid, which is like a lubricant, it starts to dry up. So you want to keep your knees active. If you want to work the chest muscles, the pectorals, the intercostals between the rib cage, you want to open up your chest, enhance your lung power to help delay or push off, to just ward off asthmatic conditions. You could do chest openers. So what we do is we just isolate different regions of these postures according to the different regions of the body. So we call our sequence 48 plus because there are 48 stretches. Now, I would like to start our introductions with Lana Parr over here, Lana to my immediate left, and I'm going to save the continuation of my introduction to Mona for the last this time, because Mona is going to lead today's session. She's going to start the session today. Lana, you came for our taping yesterday, and in the last episode, Mona did a treatment for you on air. Give us your feedback. How did you feel when she took you through the process?
At first, I started to get more and more emotional, as
Right.
She reached certain...
Deep inside of you.
Yes, and it was very upsetting, but also, I've never done anything like that before.
Right, so it was very new for you.
It was very new, and I was surprised at myself,
Would you consider yourself an emotional person normally?
I think so, yes.
Right, okay.
I think so, yes.
So it helped to surface all those feelings that you'd been bottling up inside of you.
I was a bit embarrassed at first because
No, there's
to
not.
do it in front of other people, but I've learned now that we're all in this.
We are in
together.
this together, absolutely. That's what this program is all about, Lana. It's about supporting each other. It's a wonderful support system we have for you. And if I've not mentioned in the last couple of episodes, we also have a content website, yogaxpress.com, yogaxpress.com. We live in North America. We don't know how to spell. There's no E before the X. So just go visit the website every now and then, not only for our taping and airing schedule, but also for some content. But that's what this is about. It's a support system. So right here, you can come here, experience all our special guests like Mona. You can experience what they have, the expertise they have to share with you, and you get a little bit of a stretch. Every now and then you can stretch with us. Plus, you get to talk about your passions and your skills on air as well. So, yes, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to pick up on that point you just brought up. So we are here to support each other. So did that make, at the end of the session, did you feel better than at the beginning?
Yes, I did.
You
actually,
did?
You know.
Right. I think all thanks to Mona.
Yes, thanks.
Before I bring Mona back on air, I would like to introduce Sandy Kane, our crazy friend. Sandy, welcome back to the show. Sandy told us about a new CD that she has, and she's just going to hold it up for just a moment. And what's it called, Sandy?
It's called I Love Nick from NBC's America's Got Talent, Sandy Kane, the Naked Cowgirl. And I'm with Nick Cannon on the cover, and there's Howie Mandel, Sharon Osbourne, and Pierce Morgan, and me in Times Square here, see?
That's it. Okay, Josian's got a
It's
copy
not
of the
X-rated. Oh, it's before 11 o'clock. We can't show it. But Sandy Kane, the Naked Cowgirl, with my hit song, I Love Nick. And we have 7,200 radio stations on it from the Nashville Music Guide. Because I record in Nashville, it's all 7 gorgeous tracks
Wonderful.
and songs, including I Love Nick, which was on America's Got Talent twice. So it's a great, all I could say is when I did it at Hammerstein's Ballroom for like 10,000 people, the whole audience was singing the song when they heard it for like a
Wonderful.
few seconds. That's, Banu, it's very hard to be simple. And the most simple songs are the hit ones.
Wonderful. Welcome back to the show, Candy. We wish you all
Sandy.
success. Sandy.
I'm
I
sweet
just
as
combined
candy.
both your names, too.
And he's sweeter than ice cream on his stick. I love Nick. He's sweeter than ice cream on his stick.
Oh, welcome back to the
I
show.
love chocolate. Okay.
You love chocolate, too.
He's chocolate.
Oh, I see. Now, before I introduce Mona, I've been doing a lot of other introductions, so I don't want to forget our director, Josian Hurd. Josian, thank you once again for holding the fort for us. And Malik Parker is responsible for the studio lights and the setup. Body music by Cesar DePara, which was created just for Yoga Express. Opening theme, the 3 ohms that you hear at the beginning, is from Saptatandavam, a CD called Saptatandavam, for which we have special permission. Now, once more, Mona Chopra. Mona is not just a licensed acupuncturist, she is also, and I love that phrase, a doula, right?
Yes.
Someone who helps. Have you heard that term,
No, I haven't.
doula? Mona, just for,
Sure. A childbirth
Lana.
doula, DOULA, is someone who supports a woman through labor and delivery. So who's there to support a woman.
not the midwife and not the gynecologist, but in between, right?
Exactly. Whose sole
Holding
job
a
is
hand.
to be there to support the woman. And so when I'm there for women with my background, I will also support them with acupuncture, with hypnosis. So powerful.
Okay. Well, there you go. I love that term, and I love the role that you're in. And you don't just do that. You're also a yoga teacher. You use hypnosis. You're an acupuncturist. You're a doula. What else? You're all over the place.
Where do you teach yoga?
I work with people one-on-one for therapeutic practices.
Personal
So
trainer.
yoga therapy, yeah, like a personal yoga therapist. So follow Mona on her website. I'd like you to say so I don't say it wrong.
Sure. It's www.peopletreewellness.com.
On your screen, at the bottom right on your screen, you have Mona's contact. She also has a phone number up there, so if you want to call her after the last episode, I think you'll want to stay in touch with Mona. Mona, I know you have planned something, so what we'll do today, and let me know if this works for you, for about 10 minutes, you can choose. Pick a subject. I don't know if Lana or Sandy, whoever wants to be, or if you're doing a group thing. For about 10 minutes, we want you to take us into your magical world.
Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me
Pleasure.
back. It's such a lovely environment you create here.
Can you hypnotize us?
So, I think what I would like to do today is a technique that is really about creating rapid change. So, in the last episode, we saw how a lot of issues were brought to the surface in the case of Lana, and sometimes we want to investigate things further, and sometimes there are issues that we can just change really quickly. Like our state, we can just change it like that. So, what I'd like to do today is just show a technique that we all can do together, and the viewers at home can do it as well as I talk us through it. And okay.
All right, we're all yours.
So the quick little preface before I say this is just to keep in mind, and maybe for a moment to contemplate the idea, which is really the truth of the matter, that things are constantly in a state of change.
Right.
So everything is
Sandy?
constantly changing.
All ready?
Nothing
Are you ready to change?
Nothing stays the same but change.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So everything
Lovely.
is constantly changing. So even when we may feel a certain way, and we identify with it, I'm an anxious kind of a person.
You are?
I will not reveal that for the camera. No, but if there are certain ideas that we say to ourselves, oh, I'm this type of a person, or I tend to get angry. Each time we say it, we recreate that pattern ourselves.
Right.
And this technique is just saying, hey, there's another way to be. We can actually shift and change things really quickly. So
It's like shifting the tectonic plates in our minds.
that's a
Like an
beautiful
earthquake.
metaphor.
Yeah, like an earthquake plates, when an earthquake happens. Okay, all right, we're ready for the shift.
And the idea, right, the earth is actually moving, even
It
though
is.
we believe it to be still. We think that it is stable, and it's not. And so this is we think, no, I'm just this way. No, but actually not.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what I would say is just to first get really comfortable in your seated position, or you could even be standing, but you just want to be really, really comfortable. And so what I want you to do now first is just think of something, anything at all that makes you feel a particular way you don't want to feel. So maybe to keep it simple and consistent, let's all think of something that makes us feel anxious. Maybe it makes us feel anxious in some way. It provokes anxiety, fear in some way. So just think of that thing. And now with your eyes open, what I want you to do is choose an object to focus on, an object of your gaze to focus on directly in front of you, so across the room. You might see the handle of a door, whatever. I don't know, viewers, what's in your room, but here we have a variety of options of things, and really fix your gaze on that one specific spot. Really a small little area. So I am looking at the glistening of the doorknob there. Okay. So now, as you keep your focus without moving your eyes from where they are, I want you to begin to expand your awareness. Expand your awareness so that you can see even beyond that thing that you're looking at. So maybe you can see 3 feet beyond that thing you're looking at without moving your eyes at all. So you're expanding your peripheral vision here. And then I want you to continue this process and now begin to expand your awareness to see the sides of the room. Without moving your eyes, what would that be like if you could actually see the sides of the room? Continuing to do that, notice how it feels when you begin to feel like you could actually see the people sitting to your right and to your left. And taking it a step even farther, what would it be like if you were able to see that space behind you? And as you do this, if you begin to feel your eyelids getting heavier, and you try to keep them open, and if you notice that As you try to keep them open, they may want to shut. You can just allow them to close as you allow yourself to become more deeply relaxed. And even as you do this, I want you to begin to imagine now, what if you could see the space of this entire building, the entire Manhattan neighborhood network? And then taking it even farther, what if you were able to feel and see the space of this entire city block that we're on? The space in front, behind, and to the sides of you. And going even farther still, and you may notice your eyelids want to close if they haven't already, and that's okay, as you feel yourself becoming more relaxed and going deeper into a more relaxed state. Notice what happens when you feel yourself sensing and seeing the entire city, this entire island of Manhattan. And what if you could expand your awareness even farther in front, behind, and to the sides of you to sense this entire state of New York, all the way up towards Canada. And then continuing even farther, what does it feel like to you to sense your awareness as if you could sense the west coast of this country, the east coast, the southernmost borders, and the northern borders of this country? And then notice how you're feeling. And then now, in this state, I just want you to think once again about that thing you had thought about before that had made you feel anxious, and notice how you feel now when you think about that thing. And then you can let go of control and just come back here to this space. If your eyes closed, you can go ahead and open them. If you were still on your spot, you can just flutter your eyes to relax them and come back here now. And then I
Was that fluttering actually snapping ourselves out of it?
Exactly.
I was worried I might go away into some other world.
So the fluttering does, and then just sometimes just stamping your hands down, stomping your feet, just bring you back to this space here and now.
What did we just experience?
Okay, well, good
Hope I
question.
understand.
I want to just actually ask if all of you could just give a brief response of just what did you experience. And I guess my specific question is, did you notice any difference in how you felt when you thought about that thing you thought about before and you thought about that thing after? Was there any shift?
We'll start with you.
I don't know, this was a brand new experience for me.
Okay, okay.
Well, we can start with Sandy and then come back to
Yes,
you.
I
so
felt
you
like
can express.
hypnotized because I had worked with two she hypnotized me so that my eyes closed and all of a sudden my head went down. So I felt there was a form of hypnosis there. And I had two things that were going on: anger about someone, and also my itchiness from this skin irritations that I'm experiencing. So they both were at the forefront. I don't know if they alleviated them or not, but I did think about what was going on, and just I want both things to kind of go away, or I do want both, especially the itchiness. The anger, sometimes anger helps to face a problem. It's just like, say, we were talking about that lawsuit. If I wasn't angry, I wouldn't have taken action. I would have just changed the name of the Naked Cowgirl. But I didn't. I took action because I was angry, and sometimes anger helps, but itchiness doesn't. And I'm going to be working with this wonderful person here to help, maybe get hypnotized or whatever kind of, because she's really affected my life. I'm so glad I came today.
Yeah, the tone of her voice too. She's taking us to another realm with just a
Excellent.
soothing tone.
Just that.
Well, the way I felt was, it was almost as if when you started moving inner gaze from that spot to get bigger and bigger, it was almost as if the universe is so big that my problem suddenly felt smaller and smaller, and that it probably really isn't as big a problem as I think. So I think I found that my consciousness was expanding when I know or bring to my awareness that the world is so much bigger, and our problem doesn't really have to be that much of a problem, of an issue. Is that in any way going to help me get past my issue? Is that how it is?
Yes, you just said it so, I could not have said it, I expressed it any more beautifully than you did, and I'm glad you said it because it's just from your experience of it. But that's exactly what the idea of this is. Aside from the brain science behind what happens in our brain when we have a very narrow focus on something, is that certain brain states get enhanced, and when we can expand our awareness and open our focus, it's like it's just softer. It's a softer place to be. It's less rigid. And as you said, exactly how I feel. It's like, oh man, that's like not such a big deal. It's not such a big deal. When you really can expand your awareness to see yourself in the context of the universe.
Right, in the universal scheme of things, we're just a little speck, and it shouldn't be so much of a problem. So so is that how you would help us or teach us to deal with the problem? Just start.
This is like one of many techniques that I give
it's working
people
for us.
for go use it at home. You're in a dinner gathering, someone makes that remark that usually would throw you off the handle.
Wow.
And what if on the spot, while you're looking at their eyes, you just sense the back of the room, and then you begin to feel the borders of the house. It's like, it's not that big of a deal anymore, and you may not feel as
Amazing!
reactive.
I'm going to use this technique.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Were you hypnotized at all? Did your head go down at all?
I didn't want to close my eyes because I wanted to keep my focus. And the other thing I find, if I do close my eyes, I do internalize a lot. But I wanted to experience what she was talking about, expanding the world with my eyes open, and that's a little harder for me. Because if your eyes are open, then there are other distractions. But then you were starting to talk about the back of the head, and I said, I'm keeping my eyes open. I want to see what's behind me. So I
Because
tried
I was
not to
automatically
close.
hypnotized. I was really hypnotized.
Right. I deliberately tried
I
to
tried
keep my
not
eyes
to be,
open.
but all of a sudden my head went down.
And it's giving an option, like I
Right.
said, if you
And
do,
then she
and that's
snapped
one
me right
option.
out of
Another
it.
is to
And I think certain people can be more hypnotized than others, right?
Well, that's possible. I don't know if that is.
Yeah, there's some people more, who it comes more easily to.
Yeah.
But I believe that
just-
to a certain level of what we would call a hypnotic trance state, everyone can be. And certain people are like will go deeper more quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm going to practice
Hypnosis.
self-hypnosis every time I want to zen someone out.
And I think if I work with her, maybe I could do my own hypnosis
right.
on my own, because I believe in, I work with 2 hypnosis, and it's amazing what they would, call someone from the audience, and they did like amazing things. So
Right.
yes.
Oh, well,
hypnosis.
where are your chambers, Mona? Where are
I'm
you?
on East 118 East 37th Street between
118
Lexington and Park.
Between Lexington and
Nice,
Park.
nice.
118 East 36.
That's
37.
That's
Between
uplifting
Lexington
right
and
there.
Park. We have 5 minutes right here on the mat, so I promised Lana we'd do a little bit of stretching today, and I think my feet are freezing as well. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching to get the blood flowing, so the simplest sequence would be the sun salutation. As we're going to get up, and this is for our director, Josiane, as we stand up, I just want our viewers to know Yoga Express airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and Files 35 at 1:30 in the afternoon. So feel free to join us. You will have a lot of amazing visits by experts like Mona, and you can share in this experience right here with us. Now, heels together, toes slightly apart, and let's stagger ourselves. I'm going to have Lana come forward. I'll go back. Mona, if you can come forward. Sandy, if you can come back, so we don't hit each other. Heels are together, toes slightly apart. You want some of the blood flowing, so just wiggle your toes a little bit. Careful, because we have been sitting for a while, so you want to let the blood start flowing. Palms in front of your chest. Elbows are raised. When your elbows are raised, you learn to stay in the moment. And Lana and Sandy, in case you feel blindsided, either of you watch the monitor and you'll see exactly what we're doing. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Make sure you push your shoulders behind your ears. So you want to be sure that you open up your chest when you come back. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Bend your knees just a little bit if you need to. Take the left leg back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels down. Your feet are at hip width apart. If your heels do not come down all the way today, that's perfectly okay. You can keep them raised, but if you can, place a block or something that is a little raised to help you make that connection. I'm going to place that under your feet. If you do have your heels down, you should feel a delicious stretch in the back of your legs. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. If it doesn't come forward in one go, that's okay. Use your hand to push your left foot forward. Place your right knee very gently on the floor. You can place your right knee down first, very gently. That's okay. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Let's come down. You can come down very gently. Place your right knee down. Okay. Actually, hold it right there, Lana. You can skip the next step. Hold it there. You should feel the stretch in the back of your legs, and I want to make sure that your heels have a connection. Now, curl your toes in the right foot. Raise your right knee. Take the left to meet the right. This is a basic sun salutation, and your butt is down. Inhale, very gently. Now you can place your knees down, Lana. Knees, chest and chin. So glide, just dip your chest down, glide, inhale and come up. Exhale first, come down. Inhale, glide out into cobra. Now, so you want to come down. Yeah, try and come down this way. That's it. Go down gently. That's it. Beautiful. That's it. That'll stay there. That'll be good for today. Now, the three of us, Mona, Sandy, and I have our legs outstretched. Lana's going to be on her elbows for just a moment. Lana, stay there. The rest of us, forehead to the ground. Curl your toes in. Inhale, and now Lana, join us. Inhale, come up all the way. Back with your buttocks all the way up. So you can raise your knees up now, Lana. Let's come up. Very gently. Take your time. And then once you're up here, when you're ready, inhale, bring the right foot and then the left between the hands. Remember, you can help your foot forward. Then bring your right foot. This time we're going to come up. That's it. Very gently place both palms together. If you can let your hands go. Very gently. That's it. Come up. And then inhale, come up with a straight back. And I'm going to help you in just a moment. Exhale, bring your palms down. Now, very gently. You can let your hands go and you can come up. And if you want, you can also use the chair to help you. That's it. So that gives you some support in the back. That's it. And then very gently come up. And then take your arms all the way up. That's all right. That's okay. Take your time. I know it happens sometimes when we go over. So take your arms. When your arms are up there, take your shoulders back behind your ears. We're going to do one more round. And this time, do whatever you did last time to make your adaptation, Lana. One more round. Exhale. Fold from the hip. I'm going to move your chair for you so you don't trip over that. I'll bring it back when you need it.
Should my feet be together?
That's okay. If you can, yes, great. Place both your palms on the floor. Take the right foot back this time, and then the left. Exhale, press your heels down. While we're in this position, I'd like to thank, because I noticed the credits were rolling, I'd like to thank Josie and Hurd on behalf of Sandy Kane,
The Naked
Mona
Cowgirl.
the Naked Cowgirl, Sandy Kane to my extreme right, Mona Chopra, a special guest for today on my immediate right, and Lana Parr. This is Banu Suresh signing off, and you are watching Yoga Express. Dip your head between your biceps.